The velvet box felt warm in my hand, a silent promise nestled within. Sarah, my Sarah, was the reason for it all. We met in college, two souls yearning for connection. She was everything I wasn't. Vibrant, outgoing, full of laughter. I was drawn to her light. Years flew by, each day a testament to our growing love. Marriage felt like the natural next step. I planned the proposal meticulously. A secluded beach, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. Her favorite champagne chilling in a bucket. The image of her face, etched with surprise and joy, fueled my anticipation. Soon, I thought, soon I'll ask her to be mine forever. The day arrived, a symphony of nervous excitement thrumming through me. I picked up the bouquet of lilies, her favorite. I drove to her apartment, eager to share this moment, to build our forever. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Her apartment was empty. The air hung heavy, thick with an unsettling silence. Her bags were gone. Her phone went straight to voicemail, a robotic voice echoing my growing fear. Panic clawed at my throat, a cold dread seeping into my bones. Where was she? Days bled into weeks, then months. I contacted everyone we knew, each dead end deepening my despair. The police investigation yielded nothing. Sarah had vanished, leaving behind a void that echoed with her absence. The ring in my drawer felt like a lead weight, a constant reminder of a future stolen. Sleep offered no escape, haunted by nightmares of her disappearance. The vibrant, loving woman I knew, gone without a trace. The world moved on, but I remained frozen, trapped in the moment she disappeared. Years passed, each one a slow, agonizing crawl. The sharp edges of grief dulled to a constant ache. I threw myself into work, finding solace in routine and distraction. But Sarah's memory lingered, a bittersweet melody in the quiet corners of my heart. Friends encouraged me to move on, to open my heart to someone new. But how could I? The thought felt like a betrayal, a desecration of the love we shared. Sarah was gone, but the love, the pain, remained. I visited her parents often, sharing their grief, offering and drawing comfort from their shared pain. They aged, their faces etched with a sorrow mirroring my own. We clung to hope, however faint, that one day Sarah would return. My brother, Mark, was my only sibling. We were close growing up, but our paths diverged as adults. He was always restless, yearning for adventure. After Sarah's disappearance, he moved to Canada, seeking a fresh start. We kept in touch sporadically, his calls a painful reminder of what I had lost. Mark rarely spoke of Sarah. He knew the depth of my pain, the wound that refused to heal. His silence, I convinced myself, stemmed from his own grief, his own struggle to process the loss of someone we both cared for. He visited once a year, a whirlwind of energy and forced cheer. He'd regale me with tales of his life in Canada, his voice tinged with an unfamiliar edge. But beneath the surface, I sensed a shift, a guardedness in his eyes. One day, I received a postcard from Banff National Park. The image was breathtaking, a vista of snow-capped mountains reflected in a pristine lake. But it was the handwriting that made my blood run cold. It was Sarah's. My mind raced. Could it be? After all these years, a sign, a flicker of hope. The message was brief, nondescript, mentioning a new life, a fresh start. But it was signed with her name, a name that haunted my dreams for years. I called Mark immediately, my voice shaking with a potent cocktail of hope and trepidation. He answered on the second ring, his tone casual, almost too casual. When I mentioned the postcard, his silence screamed louder than any confession ever could. The truth unraveled slowly, painfully. Mark, my own brother, had been involved with Sarah. He confessed that they had met secretly, their feelings for each other growing stronger with each stolen glance. When she disappeared, they were together, running away from their lives, their pasts, and me. The betrayal cut deep, a double-edged sword that cleaved through years of love and trust. The woman I loved, the brother I thought I knew, both had deceived me, shattering my world beyond repair. The pain was unbearable, a crushing weight that threatened to consume me. Rage warred with despair, a toxic cocktail churning in my gut. How could they? How could they betray me like this? The life we built, the love we shared, it was all a lie. And the worst part? They were living their happily ever after, while I was left to pick up the pieces of my shattered heart. The following days were a blur of anger, confusion, and a grief so profound it threatened to swallow me whole. The betrayal of a lover is agonizing, but the betrayal of a brother, someone who shared your blood and history, cuts deeper, leaving a wound that may never truly heal. Confrontation was inevitable. I flew to Canada, the postcard clutched in my hand, a physical manifestation of their treachery. The reunion was strained, the air thick with unspoken words and raw emotions. Sarah tried to explain, her voice choked with tears, but her apologies rang hollow. Mark, to his credit, owned his actions, his remorse palpable, but it did little to soothe the tempest raging within me. The damage was done. The foundation of trust, of family, lay shattered at our feet. There were no winners in this scenario, only casualties of a love that had gone terribly wrong. Returning home was a bittersweet relief. The silence of my apartment, once deafening, now offered a perverse comfort. I was alone, yes, but I was also free from the tangled web of lies and betrayal. The journey ahead would be arduous, but I knew I had to find a way to move forward. Therapy offered a safe space to unpack the emotional baggage I carried. Slowly, painstakingly, I began to process the trauma, to disentangle my self-worth from the actions of others. Forgiveness, I learned, was not about condoning their actions, but about liberating myself from the shackles of their betrayal. I reconnected with old friends, their laughter and unwavering support a lifeline in my recovery. I poured myself into my work, finding solace in the familiar rhythm of creativity and accomplishment. Life, I realized, went on, even with a heart full of scars. Forgiving Sarah and Mark was a gradual process, a conscious choice made not for them, but for myself. The anger and resentment, I realized, were poison, eating away at my spirit. Letting go didn't mean forgetting or condoning their actions. It meant choosing peace over the alluring grip of bitterness. Years later, I received a wedding invitation from Mark. He and Sarah had married, their life together a testament to their enduring love. A bittersweet pang resonated within me, a reminder of what could have been. But it was also a testament to my own resilience, my capacity to heal and move forward. I sent them a gift, a gesture of goodwill, a silent acknowledgement of their happiness. I had made peace with the past, accepting that some wounds, though they may never fully heal, could teach us invaluable lessons about love, loss, and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Life, as it always does, went on. I met someone new, a woman who brought light and laughter back into my life. Our love story was built on honesty, trust, and mutual respect. Looking back, I am filled with a mixture of sadness and gratitude. Gratitude for the lessons learned and the resilience I discovered within myself. Life had thrown me a curveball, but I emerged stronger, wiser, and more open to the possibilities ahead.